Good noontime, my fellow tubulars. This video is brought to you by Professor Waylon Wire. You know, what could possibly go wrong? Now, this young man, formerly known as 63 Impala two-door, has upped his game, and now he builds the most interesting jalopies and customs on the planet. And I'm proud to say he is my good friend and friend to all, and all to friends. A lovely man with a quiet disposition and a soft touch, I guess. The 51 sitting here, I'll tell you, let's go outside for just a second because I got a lot to show and not a lot to say. That's the best thing that you can ever do. Okay, that flathead I was working on, it's gone. Some of it's gone. Haven't heard back from the machine shop that has the block. I've got the crankshaft all salted down here, and I'll start polishing it just as soon as I can find my polishing stuff and getting it mic'd and sniped and plaqued. But that's a flathead in the world. But anyway, I started watching YouTubes, and it was Ken Waylon Wire. Now he was building a Chevrolet pickup, which I haven't never seen any old Chevrolet pickups. This one's older, before Methuselah. And I was really interested in what he was doing and how he was doing it. And he just done a bang up job on it. I've still got it saved in all the episodes, saved on my YouTube playlist. And at the same time, I was saving that. I was saving the ones where our Peak was building his hot rod, rat rod, hot rod. And yeah, I got me a Studebaker because everybody else has got. I think there's 5 people in the garage gang that has Studebakers. And I believe our Peak's got a Rockney, which is the rare as hen's teeth, and other things. Neighbor. So I had to get me a Studebaker. This thing, I haven't got to look at the engine yet because the cable that opens the hood is all goobered up, so I've been spraying it. It does have the obligatory tree growing out of the bumper, so that's fruitful. Has a 4-speed in it, and some kind of traction stuff on the back end. And anyway, I was watching these 2 fellows build their cars and be on YouTube, and I just got excited about it, and nearly 10 years ago, or maybe 10 years, I started doing YouTube stuff too. Not as good, but I had to put my face on it anyway. Hopefully not my face, but the things I was trying to do. The old Buick, the 48 Buick, is sold, waiting for its owner to come today and pay me and say adios. Well, I told him he could leave it here and work on it some. you know, how can you tell that there's an extra car here? Who knows? But anyway, so I got to really brag on Waylon Wire and Mr. Peak for getting me started in this. Got me to being a little bit more social, not much, but a little. And I even got to be friends with a whole bunch of other folks. I think I'm up to over nearly 200 people that I've prescribed for. That's my little Studebaker. Yep, Studebaker. And Jeepers. I think that's it. But anyway, Mr. Ken was the first one to ride and drive my little Crosleys. He accidentally, or maybe his own fault, picked to drive the one that didn't have nothing but cable brakes, which is a new design from the 30s. And oh, no mile. I don't know what this modern car's doing. And he drove it and I drove it. We had a heck of a good time. I met him and he's a real person in real life. Now, here's something I bought the other day, and it just so happens it's got most of the stuff that you need to hook it up to the Packard engine that is in the Studebaker, or it's got the other lower pulley to put it on a flathead Ford. So who knew that it's got a supercharger in the trunk of a Toyota? These are hard to get and hard to pay for. And it's hard to get the tape measure out, evidently. Anyway, that's another waste of time and money, I guess. But anyway, I do want to do the shout out to Waylon Wire. He also puts on from time to time some really good music. So you listen to, he's just an all-out performer and entertainer. And Mr. Peak, you know, by comparison, he picks his banjo, and when I beg him to, he plays the harp, the harmonica, and he's really good at that. So, you know, life is good. Oh, speaking of Mr. Peak, he was wanting to know about holsters and stuff, about carry pistols and things and all that other. Well, me being weird, different, I carry a weapon made famous by the KGB back in the 40s and 50s. They used this a lot, and it's a Makarov. It's not it's a very good model Makarov. Not a Tokarev, but a Makarov. And what I was going to show Mr. Peak about holsters, I don't like holsters. Holsters stick out and slow you down and stuff. If you look real close, you can find this clip, this pocket clip like you would find on these $5 Chinese or Pakistani knives. Only this one's made for a firearm. And instead of having a holster, this bad boy here clips into your pocket or on your belt or wherever you want to put it. And if you do it right, only this part sticks up, and people think, well, he's just got one of them $4 knives sticking out of his pocket. Or you can put it in your pocket and it won't go down any further than you can reach. So that's my tip of the day. And if you get them for a gun, a weapon, firearm, pistol, whatever, they come with all this glue and stuff that makes it on there just about semi-permanent. And I've had this on there for 5 or 6 years, and it's never gotten any weaker, never asked to get loose. It's just there, and it's actually, if you carry it in behind your rear end there on your belt loop or whatever, it can save you from shooting your cheek off back there. So it's kind of a safety thing. So that's what I got. And end of the show. Put this back here. Pow! Ooh! But anyway, this is me signing off. And I want to tell Waylon Wire that I love him, and Mr. Pay that I love him, and all of you too. And be praying for all of you, and us too a little bit, because we need the direction, we need the power of the Father. And that's about all I know. So comment, like, and prescribe if you can or if you want to. But check on Waylon Wire's channel. You won't be disappointed. Check on all the way back to nearly the beginning to see what he did to that pickup. I think it's still my favorite. He's built some very interesting vehicles since then. And we all know how famous Mr. Peak is. Check out, you can't go wrong by either one of these gentlemen. I use that a little bit loosely, not knowing actually what a gentleman is, but they're both gentle and they're men. So that qualifies. And if you look at my channel, look at some of the people that I've got prescribed to, and look them over, see what you think. A lot of times I'm just all denned up in here without nothing to do, or wasn't able to do nothing, and I watch videos. And I still watch all y'all videos, but if I stack them up the right way, it won't let me go back and comment. So I've got to disseminate that and figure it out, because I can be a little funny once in a while, or I can say thank you for learning me something. I learn a lot. Since you've got an empty head, you get to learn stuff. So check all that stuff out. That'll give you something to do after church tomorrow or tonight when you're not watching John Wick movies. Okay? Love you. See you later.